Right, so now we need some legs. That's 60. Straight across here. Right, so we got 4. We're going to cut them to length after, but in general, that's it. I've got a couple of bolts for the threads, and I'll just stick that down in there. Be good, and we'll weld around there. So first off, we'll trim these up. Don't have to be too fussy. Alright, so here we go. Right, so that'll go in there. We'll weld that plate on there. Just a washer, standard washer. And that's your barbecue leg. I'll weld them up now. Here we go, done. Don't be too fussy. They're all fine. If you're going to get a lot of splatter, if you generally get a lot of splatter, like a nut, and wind it down before you weld it, just so we don't damage the thread. Right, I might cut a bit of this thread off. We'll just knock it. We only need a nut, so I'll just knock it 15mm off the end, make them look a little bit neater. Beautiful. Right. Alright, no sharp points. Now we'll grind that off after. I'll sand that back nice and smooth so it all looks flash. Rightio, so we'll do the others, and then we'll put the washer on the bottom. The bolt's only there to hold it, and that'll be the leg finished. Yeah, rough enough. That'll leave the job nice. Rightio, so we finish these. There you go, rough enough. Right, now, bolts go on that, that's your legs complete. Now, we've got the barbie plate. Right, had this from another job. It's 6mm plate. That'll do nicely. So we've already got our width, 31, and I think we'll go about, yeah, we'll go 600. Alright, we'll cut that. That's the barbie plate. Giving it a light sand. We'll ground off around the side. Now we're going to put a bit of bar, flat bar sticking up from the back. Back and 2 sides. Just 600. Bloody beautiful. Right. And there. Put one in. There. I'll have to mess around with that a bit. In theory, that's what we want. Right, so we've welded that. Right, I'll fill the rest of them in after, but right, so we've got a couple of bits down the side and then just a light taper down at the ends. So I'll cut them now. Right, you can drop on there, that looks pretty good. Yeah. Rightio, we got all the tacks done. Alright, so we'll do a bit of a cut down on the sides, something like that, just on the front. You don't want to weld in there, because right now that's all good for your scraper, for your barbecue, in, scrape it off the back, it'll fall in the fire. No, very good. Rightio. I'll continue the welds around, get it all finished off. Rightio. Done. Now I've welded up here the two ends. Very good. Just got to trim him up a little bit. We'll weld a couple of nuts on the bottom. Rightio. So I've ground all the sides back. Cut an angle down there, same on the other end, so that's generally the barbecue. Right, so all we need now, it's the 4 nuts welded on, which will house the legs. I'll do that now. Welded the nuts on, so they're done. Barbie plates, that's the shape. I'll put the legs in. Using the square on here, if you ever do get your legs stuck too tight when you're out there, shift and spanner will go on it and undo it. Let's have a look. One Barbie plate. The size of it so that it'll fit in the front of the van, front boot of the van. or in a box I carry in the back of the 4-wheel drive. Easily do 2 people.